Standing 125 feet tall, Trinity Episcopal Church is the oldest standing church in Abbeville. Built between 1859 and 1860, it's an example of classic Gothic Revival architecture and has been a symbol for the city for many years. We will explore this church and the grounds next, Under the Kudzu. Abbeville, South Carolina, 1859. A large and wealthy planter class had developed in and around Abbeville, making it a political and cultural hub in the upcountry of South Carolina. Abbeville's Episcopalians already had a small, white, clapboard wooden structure built in 1843, but their growing numbers demanded something new. Famed Columbia architect George E. Walker was hired to design the new structure. Taking his inspiration from the Gothic cathedrals of France, Walker designed a southern cathedral that would hold 400 people and become a symbol of the region. The French Gothic style was appropriate for the area since Abbeville took its name from the Abbeville region of France, and many of the early settlers were of Huguenot descent. On a sunny day in June 1859, the cornerstone was laid by the Right Reverend Thomas F. Davis, Bishop of the diocese. Local clergy and leaders were in attendance as the 100th Psalm was sung, followed by addresses by the Bishop and Reverend Thomas S. Arthur of Greenville. The total cost of the church was $15,665. Consecrated on November 4, 1860, the church contains many of its original features. The church organ was built by John Baker of Charleston and dates to 1860. It is thought to be the only Baker organ still in existence. The bell in the tower was from the original church and is unique in that it survived the many requests of the Confederate War Department to be melted down into cannonballs. The pews are original and include many names of the original members. The boxwood gardens were planted at the time of the church's consecration and designed by Reverend Bishop Johnson using plants from a nursery in Palmyra, South Carolina. Contrary to local legend, no one was killed during the erection of the 125-foot steeple. The large chancel window was not in place when the church was consecrated. A gift from a Greenville congregation, it arrived in 1863 from London, having survived a run through the Union blockade. The interior of the church contains memorial plaques for many of the church's early leaders and founders. They present a who's who of the community's history and include Confederate General Samuel McGowan, leader of McGowan's Brigade, John A. Calhoun, nephew of John C. Calhoun and a signer of the state's secession ordinance, and Armistead Burt, member of the U.S. Congress, and hosted Jefferson Davis during his flight south. One important member, Colonel Jehu Foster Marshall, donated the church bell. He and his wife had the distinction of being the only people buried in the churchyard. This honor was bestowed upon them by the congregation. Colonel Marshall was one of Abbeville's 5 Confederate colonels. He was a veteran of the Mexican-American War and died in the Second Battle of Manassas, August 28 through 30th, 1862. At the time of his death, he was also a member of the state senate representing Abbeville District. A few hundred yards behind the church is the actual cemetery where many of Abbeville's early leaders are buried. This is the only cemetery located in downtown Abbeville. Trinity Episcopal Church is just one of the many highlights in Abbeville, which boasts many Victorian homes, churches, and buildings. It makes for a great afternoon walk. I'm Brian Scott, and I'll be here all summer searching for more history under the Kudzu.